Hi, it is time to get an update on what is going on in the Albuquerque real estate market. It's December 2018, and I've got the November numbers fresh off the press. What's been going on in the housing market? Hi, this is Tego Venturi with Venturi Realty Group of Keller Williams Realty. I'm going to go right to the data here so we can see what's going on. There's been a lot of news about, the market's down or it's shifting or it's changing. And that may be true in some parts of the country. However, the way the New Mexico economy is, we're generally behind the trend, if you will, just the way our economy is. And so let's look at some real stats and what's been going on. First number here, the headline number is closed sales. I've got this broken down by price range. Under 200 here is the blue. 2 to 4 is the gold or yellow here. The red is 4 to 6, and then the green is 6 and above. So these are closed sales for November is what we're looking at right now. The big number, 1,031, that's overall that you can see here. That is right there, 6.5% increase over last year. However, you'll notice in that under 200 price range, that number is actually equal. It really hasn't changed. Wow, it's like exactly equal. Has not changed. Now, that's not a demand issue. That's a supply issue, because those homes under 200 are really the highest demand right now. Our median price is right at 200, so that's half of the homes that are selling. You'll notice though in that 2 to 4 range, up almost 17%, 16.6%. And then that 4 to 6, a little bit of an increase, not big there. You can see it went from 56 to 60, and then in that kind of more luxury 600 and above, 28 really is the same, equal with last year. So that's closed sales. Look at pending, which kind of foretells what is going to happen in our market over the next few months, because generally we see a 30 to 45 day turn from pending till actually closing. So you can see overall 17% increase in the number of homes that went pending in November. The big change was again in that 2 to 4 price range, up almost 40%. Look at that, that's huge. And then again, that under 200, it's kind of equal. And even in this 4 to 6, up a little bit. The percentage is big, 20%. It's not a lot of units, but you can see it went from 66 to 79. And then in that luxury market, that's pretty nice. We went from 20 November last year to 27 this year. So we're seeing some movement there. Price per square foot, this is a number I like to look at it because it kind of tells us where we're at from a just pricing standpoint, and really more price appreciation. And what you'll see is overall, if we look at the big number here, 7% increase in price per square foot from this year to last year. You can see in that 600 and above, there's a pretty good movement there. That might have just been a couple homes that affected that did that, because again, we saw that wasn't a lot of homes selling. But it's in that lower price point, that 200 and under is where we saw the biggest movement, about a 6% increase in price per square foot. So, overall, we're seeing steady appreciation across. I would not say our market is appreciating at 6%. There was actually a stat that came out, said we were appreciating at 0.3% annualized, which I find that hard to believe. I think we're more in this 3, maybe 4% overall annualized price appreciation range. There's some other good stats here. If you look at average days on market, again, just kind of shows where we are from a supply standpoint. 46 days average versus 51 last year, so that's down. But you can see in some of these higher price points, it has taken a little bit longer. But again, in that lower price point, really has jumped down again, because that's where the bulk of the demand is, although things are selling across all price ranges right now. Other thing I want to show you, and this is kind of a different chart. What we're looking at here is overall Metro Albuquerque, number of homes for sale, number of closed sales, number of pending sales over the past 3 years. And the reason I brought this up, I was looking at this and I thought, something pretty interesting here. If we look at when most of the pendings happen, it's usually March, April. If we go back, you can see here, March, April, May, June. March, April, May, June last year. Or this year, actually, I should say. March, April, May, June of 16, July. No, June, that was June as well. And so you can see that's when most of the homes, let me rephrase that. Not most of the homes, but that is obviously the busiest months for home sales, or at least pending sales. And that really is a better indicator when things are happening versus when closed. Because again, there's that 30, 45-day padding there between pending and actual going to the closing. The thing I found interesting, though, is when you look at new listings coming on the market, which is this chart, the big numbers are May, June, April, maybe. Again, in this case, it was March, April, May. Let's see, last year, this year, March, April, May, June, when homes are coming on the market. But if we go back to this, we'll see we're peaking out in March. So if you're just putting your home on the market in March, April, you may be behind the trend just a little bit. And the reason I bring that up is, okay, we're in December, we've got the holidays, and then we get into January, February. If you're thinking that this spring is the time to get your home on the market, it's time to start thinking about it. The number one regret of home sellers when they sell their home is that they didn't take enough time to get prepared, get ready to get the home on the market. And do everything that's necessary. So if you're thinking about, doing that this spring, start thinking about it now. You may even call us in for a free consultation, and we'll go over, what we see are the things that are important to buyers in the current market. So you're not doing fix-ups or improvements that don't really add value or are not in high demand currently. So think about that. The other thing is the month supply of inventory. Going back to this, if we look at, seasonally, December, January, that's when the supply is the tightest. Later in the summer is when it's greatest. So again, if you want to, hit it right, I think early summer is probably the best time to get your home on the market. If you're thinking of buying, it may be later in the summer. So, it really just depends. And that whole timing the market thing is kind of like, if you're ready to sell, sell. If you're ready to buy, buy. Homes are selling year round. And even this time of year, December, although it is our slowest month of the year, homes are still selling. So don't just, think, oh, it's December, nobody's buying homes. Well, that's not true. I mean, if you go back and look at closed sales for December, January, 700, 800. Yeah, I mean, that's compared to 11, 1200 in the busier months. But homes still are selling. So woo, a lot of info there. All these charts are right on our website, and I don't know if I can move this up. I'm actually right on our website if you want to take a look at these. If you go to our website, welcomehomeabq.com, right at the top, there's that 3-year market trend. That was the other one we were just looking at, the bar charts. I have this 10-year market trend as well. So a lot of different data there you can dissect if you need to. Thanks for watching. If you made it all the way through, you get a special prize. If we can give you any information on what's going on in your market, just let us know. We're at 505-448-8888. Thanks.